R2B.
Give thanks to the ghetto youth, you know.
Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
We take you to urban, you know. True them say we dey rap like turban. Straight.
Refuse to kill beat. This before my peeps. I hear say pay they know if you rap cheap. It be true. You know the see, do your homework, homie. Ask about me. I get cause I Harry degree and I really got it for free. Dr. Duncan, I beg, tell them who I be. You know the artists wanna be acting like rap MCs. You rap? I beg, rap, make we see. These days, class 1 rappers they claim say them open new chapters. Them be the hardest, them be the baddest, them be the this, be the that, be the subject. Them be the talk of the town, be the target. Brother man, I bet you be the wackest. You be the odd ones labeled in brackets. You be the gigolo, left in jackets. You be the ones with a spit on your caskets. You be the fake, you be the faggots. You be the Babylon, born by rascals. You be the enemy, real backstabbers. So there'll be jealousy behind the laughter. We be loyalty over greener pastures, but still our success be the
in some Kuanana, Dadio Banka,
And entertainment GH.
in some Kuanana, or to the so blame a macho bank. Some would say empty barrels make the most noise. So we to make him bata to say our voice. Bisa Musa when they will get joy. Some more flex, some Mumbura, every time my boys. Here to meet up Benz, any Rolls Royce. Forbidden and fit in a palm or at the coins. Emma, any sika, obey you choice. A coming Kwanka, Jimmy for better than toys. Any brains would be on Mulunka. We are more so it's Udia Ebinka. Minimum no could know that the Minka. The one was in I have to say Abinga. Ya one baby, I own your Bawanka. Obidin movie stars at a partinka. And a partnership, and I do to my mentor. And then I was baby 9 months for Wunta. Me boho, she say me time, me beko, 80 feet as me walk. More feet and come
And entertainment
GH. Be go home, be big for the ball, be a sick for so. I go to charge it or I wake us all the chop. Mini patri de po, now me kita dina ho. Me be da me hundo, she say it's antimetal. 1 liter paper ho, now you fit a basobo, Pisubeba. Shame bling chain with your sign. Bend down boutique, yes, in the palm sign. Educated a down for and in this kind. Utadi or Galis one near Ben Quine. See, and Samukwana, Namame Quine. Bling, that you panka, wooden wine. The whole devil, the Masunu Midika, Ukradim, Fia, Yamin, in the over sign.
Niggas on the block, yo. My niggas on the block, yo. Come with nigga bomb, ready. One time for your mom. J-Sue, ready. And see my niggas on the block, yo. Come with nigga bomb, ready. It's one time for your mind. Now 1, 2, 3, break it down, y'all. Where y'all about? I'm gonna find you saying, but I'm gonna walk on one hour back to your neck. Push. Saddam Hussein said when he was summer to Kim for my nigga back to your neck. Push. Now, so we're the Fumunki Soloku, Chedan, and Sawan Nakabana, I think I do. And Shabu Hutu Susu, this school, I'm up a Sabati, LW. Now, baby, take it easily, your body technology, they make how they go to the fifty philosophy, but when they will give it the privacy, I feel you could have a master key, I just said with the people, but you don't have a jacket. I'll be my name, Miss America, or back to one war, Pidamio, what's a center, they get the Jim and a Quidamina, main Fanto, what then they put to the Yana and what I said, when you're the chicken is a comb beef. I didn't say when a boy, Carbonata tell a boy, will be our day to my palm long sleeves. Then a beef Tamakulu, Waboka, or boy, nigga, Simba, Demunoda, which I have come by Yasokoda, and check, who need to Lubina, the Funababa, we are about, Naboko Fanny saying, Funababa, who are come 1 hour back to Yane. Push. Saddam Hussein said when he was summer, he came from my nigga back to Yane. Push. Where you about? I'm going to find you saying, but I will walk on 1 hour back to Yane. Push. Saddam Hussein said when he was summer, he came from my nigga back to Yane. Push. Now, fan no homa twena ne nkokeka ma ne ntia se ye mechi da bubutu musika tie hensha wo hodi aja ye numuda nya wo sasu nipa ne bi ya wo bi da tie ya cheda no wodo tai bobo no nkombo ha fiti ho ne mobo ni ya wo pebi ya koto ahoma tinga waso bo e ya wodi ya se ko aka age sam wo hihye weti ko now e bia na wo ye wo dwuma ji wusika wo kan kwan hye choba wo ni liver fanesa oba ne wo hia ne wa koma yesi ni mo wentumi we to ma cheke Timothy jewa ho mesu so dwen awade enti wakote na kede makoko ben ajewa watibupu na chi so de besen wono wane wo chefa woda wo che otumi sen hey kana ko de jene viva na wo type odum pure water woda so ta fede pipe oti each legon would go hu figu site can't put according to your size check it oya wo ba na bo ko fanyi sai peda ko pa awu kan wa na wo batiane push
I'm a rap. What's when you mugu be now so be chat. Me me devote me when I feel my head. What's when you home wakuma no break here. Sweat, 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 ube sweat, 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 ube sweat, sweat. Me na me the buy yeah, na mu yeah. Hey me na me yeah, yam puna mo share yeah. Hey me na me kan yam puna mo te yeah. Hey me na me to yam puna mo swia yeah. Hey me nyom na yeah bow club. Hey ya hip life, hey the keep up. A new era, it is on top. Imagine a painting, I know fear floor. Hey, bear my shit and a wanka. So you are Sako, Bakaso Wanga. Just a hip life, feet to sound.
What you know about this? Now, get on the next floor, come on. What you know about this? Come on. What you know about this? Come on. What you know about this? Now, get on the next floor, come on.
That's right. To the ladies, let's go.
It is what it is. Ice on the D block. Ice got them shook from their head to the kneecaps. Girls take pictures just so they can tweet that. They wanna be my boo like a microphone feedback. Ice got balls, so I don't get offended. My lines caught across the whole world like the Greenwich. Me, I be distinguished. Me, I never speak, I know English. But see the flow rings like fingers. It don't matter if it's Niger, Ghana, or SA. I live with no choice, it's sort of like essay. Let's say we don't flow, we still get pretty girls in the club. They all wanna impress me.
Where's the breeze?
I'm a general. I'm doing these out the federals. Champagne up to my mama.
I know, boy.
Ola
entirely look on the body. Me set a be at fire day. Baby, I know you hire me, so you can't tire me. From Accra to Miami. Yeah, faster, she said do me faster. Me go my shot the kun call me master. Can't just swim me dollar on a belly dancer. And go away without no answer. That one your name longer. Me have some for you, girl. Longer, better than the ordinary. Stronger, it I go spice up your life. Make you wanna be my wife. No guy can make you feel like awesome. What?
Hey, talk to you.
Who are you, Mamuti? Me, and your man who offend, yes, say, be a me hard drink here. Name a neat and it despite who don't hear.
Talk to you, let me
You are how be tea, you how be tea, a neat and it despite and who don't hear. The emphasis that can see Emma father, Dr. Father Dixon. Na yen Kennedy or sense was say ye GM. Na yen fast that can see and so much wo outie and Danny Denina.
Bully no they sleep.
Uniwa in fact, the truth of the matter is that Uniwa in your
Like play, like say we dey fight. She can be.
a wardroom and the wo pay us that would say in tea.
Why then you scream?
And I'm a focus media force. Hey, you're from the focus on. Okay. And I'm a focus media force. Say, I am 1 year new year. But what boy you man? It's you're nominated as the entertainment show of the show host to say entertainment show of the year.
This be my house, feel free, relax in the garden. People say me need to quite conscious out of
Yeah, see him vote. Say we vote you, one vote you, even for the recognition. No, that's it.
what of them with you.
Mona Mamna Basa. Now na mumien fast dan so ma me producer Samiki any Eugene Osafon Kansan. The mu betie the mu be enjoy the mu beti se ye kan nyina no omu na share kira omu keka gum. Omu na kire ne enko ne ne emra. Omu wi nso omu asa atwa SF so asa ma wo a wantimi anya adade antie no. Na wanhwe bi no. Na wo so watimi ahu ne course so. Asida kese ma amrantie minu we. Akwa ware edanyame ase. Itwa no wo na me bom paye ma ye no ho akontre this week me go so ye. Se obinya oba no ware no.
Sexiness. You know, I was first impressed with
It's me that say Neat FM that say entertainment G that was say
the winter.
that will cost one utie.
And I said,
Nah, what daruma and they won't pie bounty
for girls,
yenya nomination no.
we're one.
I say Greater Accra Regional Entertainment Program Host of the Year. And ya true media tour. Listen why. Mashia kwati semi. The bada bang. Ya womi wahi. The guy maybe I make a interview now. Yes, a person a medical doctor. I besides say we bush and doctor for send or it's in battery be near. You know, we need doctor be a bit me inspire now or inspire. It's in battery be near. Now who free here? It's in the crew me you so at the body. I don't wanna make me I proud of. Yatra say you didn't come on. Imamuna Kraba. It is our person of one said, dear Uvoti and Maya in Waupimu and ye in Sheso. Beso voti Maya, a patch of Frima, Eddie Beto, a Facebook, ni YouTube or that why he proceed and M said next weekend Yanni became a shut up on my charm and I said next weekend Yanni became more. It's no bit me about it. And they made and say, focus no say, so wow, booty Cassia no so much of car. That's almost so many car. It's Mumma Missima at Yemfa training stories, no, Emma and Sema Echo, so Nika Sema Echo, no, Yemfamra, not Afi, in New Comer. Tima.
Entertainment GH on Neat FM with OLA Michaels.
Okay, so we are still here. Neat 100.9 FM. The batch of Uko Facebook and Neat 100.9 FM. Uko Instagram Neat 109 FM pointing him. YouTube ya o search Despite Media Neat you bohu yenya e life nyina bohu no ho. Bibia ye kolem. Bibia ye kolem. Everything na kolem. Okay, so mumi yanko America na yanko tie comedian we your friend Dave Chappelle nim seben Chappelle o se Chappelle na Dave Chappelle ya na say akwenda mu se ni din so desa o why comedian just o ya asresem or no concert nko na o ye who the buy a street vibe mu a e bega se ojimi mi etua neka na minimum ade e koso e wo wiase enemre mu de ene last year but Eyema say America for bebre no say omo ya imagine so omo pebe bi omo kwa vacation na so obu some say say u jaye adwuma e hefa na pese okotena ase bebre na ni sase omo pese omo betena Ghana. I don't know why though. Ebi mu say ebia a year of return no a year friends feedback and I say after effect ena ama bebre na no energy say on ba betena Ghana. But yentie we oni Naomi Campbell ena a year sa interview yentie die ono so e found yentie also obese obetena Ghana a day chapel
to build something.
You've been in the world. I mean, I see you
Well,
in
it's
London,
funny.
in
Okay.
France. Where do you want to go that you where do you want to go now in 2021? Where do you want your reach to go?
Well, I've not spoken to you about this. It's a good question. Stevie Wonder said in the press recently that he wanted to move to Ghana. Now, those of us in the room that know Stevie personally, he says this thing many times through the years that we've known him. But this last time he said it, he said, I'm moving to Ghana so that I can be valued and respected more. It's almost exactly the phrase he used. And, you got to think, as a Black American, who amongst us is more valued or respected than Stevie Wonder? And the idea that he would feel this way at this stage in his life and in his career, he goes on to say, I would do this for my grandchildren so that they don't have to worry about that, which is a very ominous thing to say because clearly this is going to last for the foreseeable future. And to see him decide to make that move, I wanted to go. Because I look at Stevie, I look at Stevie as he's the soul of American culture. And man, if the soul leaves the body, then this thing is dead.
I understand.
And I go, I'll follow him over there. Or I'll go myself. I'll do it for him.
Yay! We love.
I was here for 18 David and so no or say senior Steve Wonder as I was say the soul of the Black people was saying no was say oba betna Ghana no say onya kwenya opese obetna Ghana for the rest of his life no senior or say Steve Wonder aka no ono so eso ka say oba betna Ghana. Eti Ghana for minim em say ye hu do wa bonte no do so ayen ye hu kwan ya befa so a manage say ye hu do no. It's becoming one way, I don't know. A man for doyen but ye hu so she a man for pay asem but ye dey say e be complain is maybe we should tap into it e be boyen. Okay, so let's move on. Na me yes sure send nipa bebre na moti say eye oba so no fefefe o kana asem no anka ni ya betimi akokot mami Yvonne Okoro. Me yes sure say most of you know Yvonne Okoro and then you know say bibia okay when it comes to the son or sem and in a ho fe. But over the weekend no Yvonne enuaba worry na aware no ho nsem no edoso ye nya botre ma ye nuamu mai bi wate ye nya botre e ma ye nuamu mai bi ena wa ware ntidien ni nua keto aware ntidien ene uni aketo aware ene bize ena muhwefu penfoni ne kra na ase nani nje ase ni nua na ware there but she's not happy ase aden Eti Yvonne say me kanchira mu a mo dwene say ebi ani nua na ware nya ne de no. O say me kanchira mu say she's overly excited. Eti to sum it all no. Ba cho mu nkohwe na asa wodie. Na wa wonti ase no pa cho epo nsuo no doso. Utimi konom de aka no ma ne sa. Ni tanebo na FM. Yvonne edi asa no. On team case kra. O say ne ba. Okay, so let's get some advice from baby Osana. Let's yenhe nasa no ne enyumo this and I say papa.
Ohio, Chicago. Shout out to rappers like White P.
Okay, so Yvonne ye etiwe all canon na ne all the asana no mam say wait nyabutre. I'm assuming masa. That stone boy air perform behave on mommy. This is the first time I move be MC Yuno. Mammy dear such anybody. I was never young Henasano. Young have the one today. Let's go. Okay. So we could YouTube CCR neat and 9 not Facebook. We won't say Yvonne mammy so or dear sir. Come. I don't know. I think she looks a bit like the mommy, and okay, so young call a software. I'm say or trendy pa. I don't know or a software. So no, I don't know what he is though. Also, your main friend. I've heard him say that. Your friend, almost a friend say Ajaguruja na Ajaguraja. Then Ajaguraja. Okay, software asema woka amawo enemy ene etie ni say or say akwana e friend bonsam no. No. That mo fasting ne mo mpai bo no. Empusu no. Osi sa akwa no mo fasting ne mo mpai bo no. Empusu no. O de mo ma ono ankasa. Why?
And Entertainment GH.
Jury, and a jury. Miss Robert, you got your camera. I ask a can. I ask a can. A jury, me too. May I ask a can. I ask a can. I feel jury, me too. Let them cool. A protection me. And a we are friend. We see. They find the fourth pentacle of Jupiter. Symbol way. They find the fourth pentacle of Jupiter. Very powerful. Make us say, Ubinko Google, non-just symbol, non-just get the same symbol. It is said to acquire riches. Anybody who possesses this seal, a Mexican for. The devil is not afraid of prayers. The devil is not afraid of fasting. Eh? You only fast. Some person will call social media. Satan will slow fasting. The Satan slow fasting. Can you Christ you're fasting 40 days? So Bible be na bonzam koso on it.
And a crack. And on qua dear and crack Satan slow fast na gongo so Jesus Christ on it. Yes, Christ we fast na Satan koso on it. Yeah, but I can't say anything about it. What you want. Okay, so Abuja last story na yemra studio near Mamedin Komo I who here pa bako. Minim nyumtini game. Kame cheso wo ubenya game nyuma mamia. Now your friend the game. I'm say the names was assistant so I don't know. Waka assembly now or the assembly atubia. I'm sure say a very, very interesting. I'm be brinano any bedges has some no kind because of Monday and Koma Yedin Waha with day trash girl no. Asema the game can say me patrot you. I see maybe I'm old school, but my woman ain't paying one dime of a bill. I say be ana we twam de but ne yira na ne mpena ana ne bobo. O mani ntua hwe. I say oba no on rented dime, on to dime, on to car. In fact, ni nails ni tree ni tadi obeshe nyina no. Ane ne phone ni groceries nyina no. Eni kwan so oba na eye. Enye oba na sede so obe spend this house anoma no. Ane yebusan say bra adan. Obe so oba na ye kwadwofo no tena fie ana. O se eno ye mo Ghana for madwena. But yenti a no ne kan ni. O se na adan na o se oba hwe fie. Wono aduane mani di. Edu anadra o sepe no. The patio tie ni yo. The rose can fit can direct. O se edu anadra o timi sepe no man honam sisi ne ho so. Ade ni kwase oba no e depend on him. Ade no so oba ne bre. It was said that woman should live on me. Period. Eti mu amone ababa ya o ka se be ma wuni sika wuni do no. Enya adwen no. The patio game the ababa to so. Enzo oti san komo no say moy fi steady onu. Oba no a o ma no ahosepe anadwe no. Oba na onu aduane mani di hwefie no. Ade na o se oba ne kobre. Na se eye ni A+ asem a wo ka se na yire nya o ma na yire nya adwuma no. Em se eya epe. Woni sika na obema ayira bre sa na bi mo ka. E bi nzo se ma na ya kwadefo. Quickly mummy anko abranti at Twitter ye ne de so. Meaning one mu follow more Twitter and you might have met this story, but Twitter for say the patriotic you. Omo share Africa nyina. Omo anya baby asumdie wo. Baby a emrante ne maba wa ani G Twitter ho omo timi tena ho 24/7. Omo anya baby a corruption eni ho kese. Omo anya baby a Dumso eni ho. And omo choose Ghana say omo de omo headquarters for Africa's operation. Eti Twitter say Ghana ha na say omo de be omo headquarters for Africa operations. Na asem omo kan ema ye man panyini nana adodanko akufo ani J na wa send message ya mo say ye da mo asese mo choose yen nyame nhira mo pa busuafo ye na Twitter for so ase. But I'm news at Twitter, Nura no Unisa, so a young guy. I did have any bedri her. A Yansen drew, Charlie, it a warrior, Charlie, it a worry. It be like when I wisdom or Charlie, when I creativity or to get anywhere. And now, what them be the mabum, what them more can be. Your creativity, if I let the apple. What them more can be. If I end baby out, it be like, Charlie. Probably the buy nyina omo amutimi ye creative omo ye hand washing machine. True.
Sanitizer phone.
And a sanitizer phone.
And face mask.
Exactly.
Yeah, because your face mask.
Yeah, jumu yes nini adi. Oh, ye timi ye creative one say live show. Asa. Your friends live premiere
streaming. Live stream.
It's ye creative with that.
That be.
Hey.
Yabon.
Abra COVID period, among four became billionaires within the period. We are broke. Is it a case that Ghana? I mean, we don't have enough creative people, and quadrufour. I think that's how it is, right?
Abio, quadrufour, sir. But
I was for me introduce some of the bank more than some of the my more official introduction.
Quadrufour. Your generation, quadrufour, sir. But
so are we creative enough?
You are creative enough, but I said it's the system. You better a system, no. And I better no. Bed didn't say best son.
It's you better necessary. And you better say papa no so worry to it. Anyone was I.
Say system, the way as they say the way life you can worry to na say won't me hwe ne dia. Say papa, yeah papa time no. And I make I say obra here to me was this year and yeah papa time o mo age no won't me bobi.
Omunda Benz. Omunda range.
Aye. It's yeah generation there. Yeah creative but yeah papa almost on man boy.
Right, creativity they see nose mask. Your creativity you see nose mask here ho. Akoda o GSS atimi atwetwa ayi metal parts e de ayeka. Ama brofu dimike ba behwa bebisa se akoda wunya no wa wunya nyansan yi wa. Eso akoda no tie ha ya obi amfi no. Obi amfi no. But Abranti Amnin Ebedin Comoneno as somebody you all love though. If you watch us, look at all this in Ghana when we grow up as country. Abike was say good now, thanks. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't check. I'm so sorry. Hey, I'm on 4D, I'm on for you. You know get cool, right? Me can come attend it, you know what? Okay, so let me give you a small background about this fine gentleman. I say fine gentleman because the moment you see him, you know he's a fine gentleman. He didn't Boji, but a fine gentleman because I told you, I'm saying you I'm one. I told you, I'm one. I'll tell you to what one or didn't any boy on the as a metuna Mohamedia and a met me a produce. Now, a brandy started say or produce now or Bob Bonko for you, ma boss, Ogakoachi. And channel, I'm going to take you through some of the creative worker Ape Aye. Bani Deepa the Albert. A cerebral. Is it cerebral or cerebral? Cerebral. Hey. Livingstone. Albert Livingstone and Aye Hansen. Yeah, on November 8, 1984, yes, small boy cry. But Nidia Manfo be Nino and na Mode Efrena who the money fans and any trada a boji. Na or rapi and a mekano. Rapping in the Augusto rapi, but a Tobiana tones room. But what's not American so adda at America than two who was this year who no life you know a katakakra wumu. Or ban in the face man ni shades be a katankwa. Na boje me ya sure some mutinyum baby abeti way a boje beat. Na minim I don't know ye baby sano, but mutati way a boje beat. That is how you identify his handiworks. Now, was starting yum to and ne or starting yum to a papa. The person mechanism many papas and because and ye waha, ninyum to enti ena ye waha and nano pay. Oko presec, only gone. Hey, Oko school papa. Oko school papa. I'll go school for. Oko presec only gone na osai a journey group omo etonyum. But I'm so old school no na enyum to e won ani so etino one mo amuni jeso one jeso mo ed me for me or mo label ama omo be free BBGH rap them guys are tozo them guys are tozo it you free one no say or san a business management every school and your friend UPS say UPSA. So on your kwashi akwa to say me dem your kwashi akwa Boje in your kwashi akwa. But to know him more, this is Boje. Let's go, DJ.
My time. This is my time. Open wide. My time. Conti. Open wide. Boje. You ain't fire. You ain't fire. You ain't fire. Fire, yeah, fire, that ain't fire. Swear, assalamu alaikum's not a word to play with.
Salome Ntiamwa, who are Victory Presby Church, and now your birthday. Man from Yakubu Wate. Happy birthday to you, Salome Ntiamwa, Victory Presby Church.
Fireball, smoke a rise. That was just a pain and sacrifice. For your bone, smoke a rise. That was just a pain and a sacrifice. You don't know what I've been through. My brother, man, you don't know. You don't know what I've been through. My brother, man, you don't know. So choose one man a rally. But I got to Cali. Police shoot me pally. Me listen to Bob Marley. All day all night when me bust up me challenge with me niggas in Paris and we singing so. Roll over everything.
Okay, Lawrence Dia.
Seen everything.
Lawrence Dia. What's the wood here? Giddy. Where your boy J Beat? What's it?
Come on! Hey!
Let's celebrate him.
Tune into the best. I want New Caucasian. Yeah! Alright. What? Take you on to New Africa. He's back in the building.
Chucky.
Welcome to Ghana, baby. Yeah! Yeah! Mad time. Yeah! We don't stop.
Killer boy, I show. Killer me will I show. You must have better talk. I feel it. Killer me will I show. Killer me will I show. One leg back. Killer me will I show. And over you, they must have better talk. I feel it. Killer me will I show. Killer me will I show. One leg back. Killer me will I show. Why you know what
This is Boy J Beat. What's your name now? Wouldn't you my branch here now? Me patch and no be wunwati. Why, yeah, Juma. My mama, dear sir. More difference than I'm with the man who told you no. When you so be sleeping, I do. I know she shared your money all day.
Into your bar, Messi.
Uncle,
you won't too many DNA upon DNA, me sick and TV, mammy from who you beautiful bully. Men for what shall be boss. Hey, yammy to customers, no Dawson. So me to me pencil is a mini boss, back me also 5. But I know it also 4 for the meaning, so 1 4. So when you see na me call, yeah, no mammy 5. Wow, the created monkey, so is a monkey. Meaning we saw about our day. The who and him no day and carry. The job here, back the face. Then can it shashi bio? Yeah, penny shilling pilly. No more shashi. Shilling pilly. Shilling pilly. Job here, back the face. No more, no.
Podcast in the building right now. 2012. Huh? And blemish your flow and get slavish. It's the most infamous, baby. He's back in the building.
Number me boy J Beat. Ole ben boy J Beat. Boy me boy J Beat.
Aha. Bra, ufansa ani. Bra, ufansa ani. Yadi ma one is a mommy boy J Beat. Akwa bra.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Won't teach you all.
Oh, me teach you pa.
We'll teach you pa.
But
and then yeah.
I speak tree, make a tree. Yank a tree.
Yank a tree.
Yeah.
Akwaba. Yeah.
That's a pan.
Thank you. Yeah, you may now na ye. Oh, be say
you go so yeah.
No, yeah, abon na one aye.
Me and me ma.
Ti e 3 years we. Nyanse egumu na ya enjoy over the years I ntimi kra ento wa yinyum kakra ma we.
Sanet yeah. A friend is the system.
Okay.
But those who appreciate.
Good. But yen share boje. I started free.
Oh, I started way back, and say any person can say I started music. Time me akola. It's more an idiomatic expression, but the reality is that I started in June from GSS time, like back in school, and I make a real persec. Into persec, I find it serious.
Okay, persec now a year. Okay.
And I exhibiting and recording no. Now you're down for your friend J so or me senior. So no started production until hot. They started the production. I not started production. I rapping as I was just a rapper back in the days. Into kaka and krasa and so or share me 1 or 2 steps in producing. And I'm so me farmer me was me some production.
Tama who school no now odi rapping.
And I rapping. Or no Jason's not rapping, but now obi any how be beat my most of the engineers in Germany, high life, hip hop.
That should be there around continuing time. That's
So it was 2001 to there. And I call into hip hop beats. Jason started here. And I also picked that from there. I brought the tentacles of the hip hop army. Yeah.
And now, my baby, my friends, GH rap.
GH rap. Na GH flow. And I just so say no GH. Or can we be sir? But 2005, I think 2005, 6, and they can say, okay, let's do GH rap. So we officialized it as GH rap with a hashtag at that time. Now Blackberries in the Equator. So we started as GH rap, and right after that, now Assemble.
Okay.
And I think it was helping with the hip hop background in the instrumentals,
Yeah.
It was really helping. Yeah.
So Jesu natural acquired a fast year beat in your
Oh yeah, because on one I made sure because it was Fruity Loops 2. That time not Fruity Loops about for. They see I did Fruity Loops 12 and then that kind of 20 Fruity Loops 20 and Cubase 11 Pro and all that. But it started with Cubase 1. It was just called Cubase.
Yeah.
Into Honey started here, BBN, and everything was self-employed and self acknowledgement. It's like we still don't have school for music, like in terms of music sound engineering and mixing and mastering and all that. Into masters and from that time, I was just emulating from JSO. And I may copy maybe kakra. Oh, and from school, we break bounds sometimes from Presec. And we go to JSO, we record some songs. In CD, Skillion's mistape, and we called it a GH rap. We made money out of music.
We made money.
But it was more like the hard way. Into 5,000 views. 5,000 copies near copy. You can't compare the struggle.
Physical cash.
Because I think the system is now working for the people.
At those times,
everything was physical. Lazy, I won't make it.
Yeah.
But now you can just get your online streams, and I think it's a good advantage now. But hard work, it was mostly from back in the days.
But have you always been known to be called Boje? Boje in HSN. I said, felony a ball, a ball.
A ball, yeah.
And a J.
Yeah.
HSN.
Ball is a slang. Ball means that work hard. I mean, ball. Yeah, ball. People had songs like the ball. So a ball J, and then the J is Jack. My nickname is Jack. But J so originally is balling like Jay-Z. Because now me said 17 years and I had that voice that was replica of Jay-Z. So like it was like he was teasing me. But he came up with a name called a ball like Jay, so ball J. And then Jason and the mommy. And I'm my son and everybody called me my seniors and almost punishing me with school. I have to do freestyle because I'll give you a word, rhyme with it. One rhyme, yeah, ball. So it became like a nickname for me and a kind of punishment.
But that wasn't a punishment though. I see it more like a training.
Yeah, but lashes not hard. But I think it became like my craft. They am a craft a boaman. So eventually,
I was up for way about JB to ate. Sammy, if show young him, yeah, be Boje nyom hate after hate after hate. So we all appreciate this fine gentleman.
It is what it is. It's not a one entertainment. Abba.
So Boje.
Yes, sir.
So me pacho, odi baby I won't start free, ever pim at the compare nena. Have we made progress?
Oh yeah, I have a good portfolio, but my dream was not really about production. My dream was taking hip hop to the next level. My dream was all about putting Ben Bracco, Lumba, Kojoentry on my kind of music. And then me like fusing hip hop with our traditional kind of music. That's contemporary high life or Boga high life. And then they me dream, And I'm still on that course.
Okay.
And some people try to touch those areas, but it is more like use vernacular, use tree. Now we're fusing it, Pat Thomas and that way. But I'm say I'm doing hip hop. Hip hop is all about bass line, drums, and everything with some jazz behind. It started as black people in America. But maybe say I'm putting the African samples. I think Manifest is also doing something like that. But mine is more like commercial. Like it's not really traditional stuff, like commercial. So I started with Ben Bracco, Michiano, and he allowed me to use his copyright given to me to put my records on it. I also performed on Kojoentry's stage with a hip hop song that I fused his chorus on it and Take My Letter Away. And BBR, I realized that it needs a lot of investment because it's a new era I was trying to bring, 2010, 11 Honomo. Until I paused over there. And I was like, okay, let me try and produce for my brothers. Until I will use to get some attention, then I'll build on with the hip hop high life fuse. It's still gonna be hip hop, but it's like an Afro kind of hip hop.
But hip hop high life fuse, and your friend hip life.
It's the same thing, but the difference with ours, those who are doing strictly hip hop in Ghana, hip hop is it's not really any language. It's supposed to be just a hip hop. It's the instrument, hip hop, and you rap on it. But maybe and I say me rap or English mono. Sometimes I rap in pidgin, I rap in a little bit tree, but 70 or 80% is English.
Yeah.
All because I want to sell Ghanaian music to the diaspora. So I was like, okay, if Kodrenchi a top the course now me get some English raps out. Because the English rap is like cool, but I like the beat. The beat has some different vibe, and that's Africa. And then Kodrenchi also jumping on his chorus, and that makes it like a beautiful, different feeling. It's hip hop, but it has an African touch.
That means yes. In your view, no, kasa ye to jumso.
Yes.
Oh
yeah, language helps because I studied fella way back, and I realized that the whole band and the instruments we're playing with the African drums were beautiful. That's like 100%. But most of his messages, let's say, obetmato vernacular, obetmato nikrum kasa, but there are one words be what be something that's English. So if you're a white person, now we'll share concerts in a crowd. Wouldn't even say there is a message there that is telling you what the whole music you're hearing is about.
But I don't want to too much.
And I may kind of say you don't need to sing too much English. But there are some key points and iconic words that will sell the music, because most of Fela's songs, the ones that were really, really totally in the local language, and I hated to say it, zombie is a word that is more like an alien or some this kind of soldiers that worry, and that song sold. Water is something sold. He has other songs that had some English vibes. Ebois. Eba Africa, it's not really about the air canoe. It's more about the rhythm. And my studies with when I grew up, my father, the African songs that I like, it's the rhythm.
That's no most the same.
Yes. You see, so the language really didn't matter. It was the vibe of the African tone and also the instruments behind. How do you communicate with the world? You understand? Trino is nice, but at least, like our brothers from Nigeria, they communicate with some pidgin English that at least DJ Khaled and it will be better. Because, I like what this guy is saying, but the instruments around him is different. And we have traditional music. Traditional music and everything is totally home. All country, our country. It's like the Wolomo people and all that. I love tradition, but I'm doing hip hop. So what I'm doing is that I'm trying to speak English, some pidgin, a little bit tree, and I think some of the new artists in Ghana, Medical, Kwesiata, he got to the BET because a man there, you understand? No, that doesn't mean he's not proud of Tree. He's proud of Tree, but he's trying to grab a market, and that was smart. Until the melodies are African, but a little bit English will communicate because we are in one world.
The understanding is that let's get the melody right.
Yes.
But yes,
it happens. That's the secret of music. Like, I've helped a lot of people with a lot of hits. And when we say hits, across our borders only because of an English word. Like this song, Master G, or Jerusalem song.
Yeah, Jerusalem.
What's an Germany at the pan? It has that African tone. But just remove the Jerusalem from it. It will just be like a nice song and be like, that's the end of it. People feel that the spirituality because of the word Jerusalem. When you say, okay, the guy is saying something that is gospel, or I know KBBHS say Jerusalem heading.
Later I'm going to gospel. I actually have to go and read about it. So the gospel not to.
Yes, I didn't know. So that is the whole thing. The beat is an African house beat with some African instruments in it, and then the strings are worldwide instruments. And an auto African tone. But it will be also Jerusalem. That is not an African word. Even if it's an African word, fine. It is understood worldwide. So that word Jerusalem.
The word is Jerusalem, but or the maybe source, I don't know what. Maybe I want I localize it kasano.
And no kwampo ne ma nkofo for people ne deno because like he has made it Africanized. He has Africanized it.
Africanized kasano.
Yes. So with the sagacity, like with the wisdom of putting music on your record, put some words that are worldwide, and I think it will help.
Okay, so this is the song we are talking about.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami.
And I know, sir, for more mutino, they don't understand what the guys.
But everybody understands the good news from Jerusalem, good or bad. Uyi Jerusalem if you pay, it's going to be a very nice song, but there's no communication. So, Meti Jerusalem, what is this guy talking about? That means that there's something that's positive or something that you know about Jerusalem that the person is communicating with. Internet call worldwide. No?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, two are city, and I say one advice I would mind ye. Yenyum.
Yes.
I just see a debro for kakrebi.
Yes. And one reason, I mean, who say, the thing is that it's investment. So, big record labels are, you can go totally English. Hey, you can go totally vernacular because there's going to be a lot of promotion. It's going to be on the big stations like Adum FM, Peace FM, OK FM. The promotion is going to be there. And so, what you say? I'm talking about English in terms of wow on your streams to help you on your worldwide platforms. Okay. Because some artists don't have money. They don't even get someone to push their music for them. So, because I know from class 1 to class GSS, no, bro, for no school.
Yeah, which catch you cry about.
Yes, so if you are really proud of our tree, and I can show you was school, or pharmacies, everything we see, like the NEET FM I'm seeing here, everything should be tree. But our history is not tree. Our history and educational system is English. So when you apply to our music, it doesn't mean you're not proud of your tree now. Because of Sike New, what the tree it is going to help you eventually. But big labels like Becca like this, before Becca will do a song or a video out, why prepared that?
Okay.
She has a marketing strategies on point. See, Becca herself can do a song with not even one tree word and to still blow up because obey promotional strategies are. Like Angelique Kudjo, that somebody in Ghana can record, underground artists can record that same song, let's say back in the days, but it will not get that push. It's not always about the song, it's about the marketing of the song. What you say? So those artists now, Angelique Kudjo from Benin, she has a record label connected with a lot of media houses, a lot of academies that can take her to the biggest awards. So it's not just the song; it's about teamwork.
And I think she won Grammy.
Yeah, I think that was last year.
Last year.
She has 4 Grammys.
Yeah,
and that's beautiful because her music is good. On one country, and fan because the marketing strategies are there. They're all platforms to put a music to the equilibrium and also. But I'm talking about Ubia Oba out. English is the best thing that you've learned in school. That you can put your music that can go world. One corner. Yeah. La Paz Toyota now what Toyota. La Paz Toyota was one big song in China, like 2004. All because of Toyota is a big brand over there. You understand?
And
so
it's something most people know and identify
with.
Wopaganga
style is style no kind of like something style. It's if he has said Wopaganga and phobia, the song might blow up, but the lifespan will be short. Into way and Yama mastery of music industry, like it's you come with your melody, but try and communicate with the people.
And who be a new normal. Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, who be a new normal. But Obi Baby says, is it not because of your background? Like we are hip hopper, we are Akota America da.
Oh, David.
You think say also by force you did
yes, I didn't say we have so many songs in Ghana that once in Juma Mabuboye, even just like 20% of the songs are produced. But 80% of the works I've done are other producers from other categories. I've mixed and mastered very big gospel songs. I've mastered high life songs. I've mastered Afro music. I've mastered hip hop songs. So I'm not here because of hip hop. I'm here because of good music.
Okay.
And I mean, hip hop. Apart from hip hop, I make country music before high life. So I'm not here to represent just hip hop. I'm here to talk about the industry and why the NCIN Jomono enkwechi.
Okay. You baby I want yen switching ko her life kaka because I say her life in Komabia ba.
Yes.
The entire her life enkwechi in your view as a producer. The entire share her life in as a Ghana higher.
There is something called a cycle, like with melodies. Let's say Kwame Eugene like this. I love his music, but I feel like not to make anyone feel bad, but I feel like what is behind him is not representing exactly what represents Africa. Like Otun, if I pick Kwame Eugene's voice a cappella, what I'll do to it, I'll let it sound very African. The only thing that is in Kwame Eugene's beats is the guitar that is playing an African melody. The guitar is playing African, but that guitar is not original African instrument.
That's true.
When you go to Mali, we have a guitar for Malians. When you go to Egyptians, you have a flute for Egyptians. When you listen to Burna Boy's music, even though you are hearing some guitars that are foreign in it, the shakers are real shakers. The percussions are real percussions. In Africa, in Ghana, we don't do that. 80% of our songs are just trends. We dancehall beats we hate it. Satawale is a smart person. You could it here because he's a dancehall artist. So now we can high life. What is missing now is the Konimo vibes. What is missing now is the Pat Thomas vibe of having those congas in the song. I'm not saying there are no congas in the Kiddies and the Kwame Eugene songs, but who's steady? The digital vibe is higher than the person's voice. So, Obu Aboriginal Tia.
What's a digital vibe there?
Even the kicks and the drums. Like if I'll use a kick for Kwame Eugene, I'll use a kick with a Zumba kick. I'll use a kick. Like you see the Jerusalem kick Nerbono. Kick Nerbo Jerusalem. It is digital, but it is trying to imitate an African drum.
Okay.
So more of that, like 90% should sound African. But the beautiful songs we hear from these new young guys who are singing, the music is fine, but the beats behind them, Angelo Kujo will never use those instruments.
It's Kwame Eugene is not doing a typical high life.
Kwame Eugene himself as a vocalist is doing real high life, 100%. But the instrument behind him, and I may say, Angelo Kujo will not use that. She will not. Even if when she's going to play a string, she will play a string that has an African melody. You understand? And they can even take weeks to do that, to just play one string, and they will take their time to do that. Ghanaians are taking their time to do music, but I feel like it's all about trends. And then, if the toppest artists in Ghana, like let's say the big selling artists, Shatawale, Stonebwoy, the SS, if they all do reggae today, or Chanopa, Ghana tend to reggae.
Oh, okay.
So it's not about the music you're doing, it's trend. So like Obia Peso Yebi because it's trending. And I don't think that's the reality. I think the reality is that when you do what you have to do and you can promote it, people will follow your style.
It means say her life no in just and share CP.
Oh no, I'm not talking about vocals now. With the vocal,
we've taken the vocals out because
okay, CP anything.
Papa in teach. Like we are not there yet. We are not doing it as it's supposed to.
No, we're there before. We're there with Pat Thomas.
And they 4D.
Yeah, and they 4D. You know, it's like I don't even hear real. I don't remember the last time I heard a real shaker. Like that's first African. You might hear go in a song from these young guys, but it is still digital.
Yeah, mono.
Correct one should be there.
Ones,
I'm not trying to take you to a traditional musical, but the basic elements, as I say, it sounded African. That can take you to the Grammy. And the rhythm now born. I think this lady, that girl, Afrikila or whatever, what's her name?
Rihanna.
The Rihanna girl. If that Rihanna girl can and have more girls doing her kind of music, why people will accept our music more? Because Mete Africa womb. You understand? But we don't see it to be commercial because people are not following that trend. In time, Yankasi said, Kiddies and then the Kwame Eugenes and all these which other artists start doing music like that. At least 20% of the music like that are.
So more to say Rihanna style now.
Ain't in the style, but like with the African vibe on their own way, with the tones are what it is, At least 20% of their songs should sound like that. we are going to create a very big industry for us. People
okay,
will be calling us.
Trend,
yes,
and everybody will
yes.
follow.
Now, mankaso munjai the mototo to Angela Nakano. That would be like if you listen to Kwame Ji's album, you can get Angela. That's Digital High Life. You can get that choice. You can also pick up another one that looks like hip hop. That's cool. But we shouldn't leave. At least you should have like 4 songs on the album that has that African vibe that you hear. Total, that Burna Boy, drummers, congas and those metal claves and all that. It should be represented in the song or on an album, at least 4 or 5 songs. Because that's what the white people are watching. The white man to New York, not the African now or take ping bang I will fruit to lose more. Or who will say Udiagro. But I know all these tones, but play them something. That is why there was one band that won the Grammy and all they play is guitar. They play guitar from Mali. And they won a Grammy, and it's so beautiful because the instrument will be biada. That is the significance of African music.
So all this while when we were having this discussion about Grammy, Nagana, Grammy,
yes.
So this was the secret.
It's not really the secret. Well, Lumba and John. Lumba doesn't have time for Grammy. Okay. Lumba is playing the total Michael Jackson beat.
Yeah.
So unless any of these young artists tell me that I don't have time for Grammy.
Sorry, me do with them. Not High Life.
No, he was singing High Life melody. I mean, High Life feels with a little bit Michael Jackson feels.
Okay.
Now, I also was twisting Michael Jackson to Ghanaian. Yes.
Michael Jackson
you don't need time for Grammy because that one standing for a Grammy might be hard. But if you come to Ghana, he's one of the best legends. That's the reality with Lumba. Only time for Grammy. But Kojonchi wants the Grammy. He will try and play everything live. You hear the Kojonchi songs, everything is live. But that doesn't mean he's better than Lumba. And that doesn't mean Lumba is better. Everybody and this aim. So if Ghanaians want a Grammy, it's all about the sound. What do you represent? Don't represent FL. Don't represent Fruity Loops. Don't represent Pro Tools. Represent something that is coming from the north or the what do you call the native instrument of Africa. Can I go to the Omono, they are totally African. But if you go to global music, you have to sound commercial. So how do you make those both worlds meet? So it's like what I can say, digital and your native instruments, they have to meet. Because traditional music in America, say, can I say, no, I'm not talking about that. That one too can get a Grammy. They have categories for that. But I'm talking about young boys no more. They should meet the world. The Jerusalem now what in melody no obian to some melody no abuchida. You can tell this is a northern upper south South African kind of melodies on their back digital world. So it sounds different. Then you put a little bit of English, Jerusalem, Neko, then it sounds different. So yes, because the music is original. But with the new boys now, the music is nice. Most of the boys in Ghana now sound like Nigerians.
Exactly.
But I remember back in the days, like 2005, all the Nigerians, their mixes were very bad. And Nigerians have now almost the Ankasa. You see, their sounds even sound clearer than most of Ghanaian engineers. That's a fact. Up to now, me and I master most of the good songs in Ghana. Apart from me, I think Posse G is doing very well. And MOG is doing very well, and I think U-Beat, he's our senior. U-Beat is one of our seniors. Apart from that, Tribune, unless maybe a few engineers that are also picking up. I mean the clarity of sound compared to Nigerians.
Compared to Nigerians.
Oh yeah. These engineers are doing well. Like because things are changing, Nigerians are changing, but we are still in the old style of kick, snare, but no. It is very appalling. Wow. We have to add some indigenous, native, significant instruments that represent us. And they've been there. The xylophones are there. Yeah, the xylophone at all. And normal.
And then it's not easy to see a young musician playing xylophone or even talking about it.
The way they say titiniama. It's a soul instrument you are seeing, but people apply it in America and they blow up.
Where your boy J Beat, Sammy? Where your boy J Beat, Mommy, where your boy J Beat now?
One of iPhone's best tones are xylophone tones that was synthesized, but people don't know. It's a xylophone instrument.
Which of them?
I'm not a fan of iPhone. Yeah. No, I've never used iPhone before.
No, Brian,
yeah. So, but when I listen to the tone,
Is it
and I did a research.
Default one? No?
Yeah. Yes. It's a xylophone tone that has been digitalized. You understand? They are trying to tell you something. This is the world. This is the sound of the world. By AMP,
okay, so yes, that's a xylophone tone, right?
I mean, it's imitating a xylophone tone.
Oh, okay.
And I will correct one. What do they not to and no try so imitate you.
And then you did Jessica Sano.
Yes.
Use it's Obio use iPhone be almost 90% you know use.
Yes, that's how the whole.
It shows you the wait Samuel use iPhone. Yes.
But we don't change from 1992.
The default one. The default one.
This one too is something like a xylophone.
But this one sounds like xylophone.
Yes. It's the xylophones and all these things. They are under a category, and we have other categories called the marimba group. All these instruments are African instruments. I think Mr. Easy started using the marimba. That's more like a heavy xylophone, more like bass. Boom, boom. We started using it, but they started using it mixing with the digital things too much. Add some other stuff to it. I think Burna Boy was smart. He added those African instruments and shaker to it. But nowadays, all the boys in Ghana, they'll play some normal kicks and just add one marimba. Boom, boom, boom. It doesn't add more. Who is supporting the marimba? Let a trumpet, let a brass person, let a conga person, you know? And we are afraid to do it because Omontis will be here.
Now, nimdie way ni brai. It's what did now hosa.
And Sunday, some media buan kofu bibre.
It's also this way.
Oh, Machem kofu bibre. Like I've taught a lot of big engineers in Ghana and who are making hit songs in Ghana right now. And we need a change. Like the change is all about advancement. From 19
change can start from Boji.
I have tried, but it's like Ghana is like a standstill. From 1992, 30th October, National Theatre. It's still National Theatre. There's no other big event ground like it. Okay. We are using our conference center for event grounds. And it's bad. That's how the industry, that's a story. When you look at, if you want to see how Ghana music industry is at, that's this. Watch National Theatre. That is you. From 30th October 1992 up to now, there is no change. And the chairs are even getting worse. All the equipment are getting worse. And we are not getting forward. That is why my brother Shetawale, he tries to go private. Because Okoyini Sika go try video. Wo Shetawale go try video. Wo because say 1 year say.
The kind my level video, I took time to criticize the video.
Yes.
Show all the weaknesses in the video and it became
in Africa, the government they say the government don't help the music industry.
Yeah, Rebecca. Rebecca are buying more
yes.
than what is
so yeah, so with Shetawale no trying to video try for his fans in Jamaica. In Ghana, he doesn't care about how the media will see him because there should be royalties, and the royalties are not there. Into bedroom.
So, mami, mbisa we na ye mawi enum so kakra. Boje, I like almost see anu na ye musical identity as Ghanaians. Do you agree?
Her life is the musical identity that we remember. I will remember. There could be some other categories that were there before her life that we don't remember. Music, I don't think music comes from one place, but music comes from a place immediately you remember. Maybe there was something before her life. Maybe her life is from Nigeria. Maybe her life is from Kenya. But what we remember with our artists, the old artists, that was her life. And
so you
remember
have a
that.
Musical identity for Ghana.
So for now, with our history, Ghana is her life country.
Okay.
Ghana is a high life country because that's what we remember. And also we can say, with the Ghans, they can say Ghana is Wuloma. I don't know the category for the woman, Wuloma, those kind of.
High life.
So that's high life. So Ghana is high life. You can't debate that. But what I mean is that Obi ba need some legislature or maybe documents that high life is from Mali.
We don't have a document or anything to show say high life is from Ghana.
There was a white man that came, I think, PCFM or something, who said high life is from
I think it was
from
on
Kumasi.
Joy.
On Joy. Yeah. So with that document, that's how far it can go. So we believe Ghana is high life. But me say so we bought China, no but say high life is from Mali. No more evidence from 1870. That means that yeah, cry.
So ability say Omuka say Afrobeat is from Nigeria and it's Nigerian.
Afrobeat is not from Nigeria. Afrobeat is from Ghana, but we didn't call it Afrobeat. It's like naming something. Hip life is not really from Ghana. Hip life is hip hop.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you talk about origin of something, you trace back to it. So like Afrobeat is really from Ghana as her life, But nipa no or no a friend Fela Kuti no or friend Afrobeat because Obagana Besuan you.
Yeah.
Fela Kuti came to Ghana to come and learn.
Now recently na CNN extra about Uncle Bo White.
Yes.
And he mentioned how Fela comes to him in Ghana.
Yes.
Spend time with him to learn.
Yes. So 1960s or late 1960s or not call back no. He's like Reggie Stone going back and saying that we don't call it high life here. Let's call it Afro music. You understand? And the word Afro itself is a black word.
Yeah.
So it's not just for them. I think he was talking for Africa as a whole.
So Afrobeat is not Nigerian.
No,
not
it's
Nigerian.
for Africa. The word
for
Africa. You know, listen, spell it AF.
Yeah.
Africa.
Afro is from the word Africa.
Yes, but just as a Nigerian or two needing.
And almost danger.
And you say on Twitter and Facebook, I'm not really interactive over there, but it's like people don't know what they are saying. So just leave them for that. The reality is that Fela is always talking about Africa, but he starts talking about his people first. And he came to Ghana to learn her life and took it there and named it India Hip Life.
Yeah.
So it's just that the origin is that it's from Ghana, and he tried to re-origin it in Nigeria as Afro music, but he used the word Afro to let you understand that anything African music is Afro music.
Thank you very much.
Where's my Grammy?
Where boy JB? How do I name coming on?
Where boy JB? Where boy JB? Where boy JB?
Party people.
Hit my head, hit my head, my head, hit my head, hit my head. Order me the candle be mouth. Yeah. Order me the candle be mouth. Oh yeah. Order me the candle be mouth. Yeah. Order me the candle be mouth. Oh yeah. Me the candle be mouth. Yeah. Order me the candle be mouth. Oh yeah. Order me the candle be mouth. Yeah. Me the candle be mouth.
La Pasto Yota.
Hit my head, hit my head, my head, hit my head, hit you don't want hear me, baby. You don't want see me. I get cars by the one by child. Even that, baby. Wow. In case anything you go do, I won't pay. Freeway, can't do your beer tips. If I say make your mount, come out to one day. Me a big boy, be a my bitch in a crown. Me pimping in Quadano. Me a me person in TikTok, go to win out proof.
La Pasto Yota.
Hey,
for the basement. Karaoke, everyday karaoke.
Where your body beats.
Karaoke, everyday karaoke.
Where your body beats. What the tata me?
Anything goes.
Where's the cinema?
Anything goes.
What the tata me?
Anything goes.
Where's the cinema? 90 years for your cross check. Hey, or got to the sign check. Tear your man sent to the umbre. Switch up for my boy, pay young guest. You don't could have master key. Be a dog.
When I cook I get nice Titanic. Cash I need beach. Scabby.
Okay, boy Jane, son, no. Mr. Boy Jane, son, no. Okay, who are you to watch your whole thesis on this man? I'll try. I'm trying to make can be. Maybe every now and then be a shame.
The big boys and the big girls, I'm ready. TMA boys in the building, I'm ready. Shutouts to those who can't wait. I'm ready. To the haters in the backseat, come on, be steady. Remove your morning gown.
Oh, morning gown.
Please wear a loose dress that could be falling down.
Boy Jane, say the one out too.
Yeah, it was a beat song I'm here. It's a beat song I'm here for the Ghanaian ladies. Yeah. I released like 2015 there, 2014, 15 there.
Togo bikini.
Yeah, Togo.
Beach, you gonna find hot girls and nobody's cheap.
I say Boy Jane sound work sounds similar to Hammer of Last Two, who also happens to be an old student of Presec. What are you trying to end? Why have me giant kind? I said that's Jerusalem. Me the watching I make a man no. Song is even a hit in Australia and is being played on our regular FM stations over here. Oh, Hotkey, that means you are in Australia, right?
Relax, so let me give you this rundown.
I said there are only 2 current Ghanaian artists whose songs I've heard being played over here in Australia on our FM stations in Melbourne.
To your house with a cool.
And they are Shatta Wale featuring Ed Sheeran and Fuse Oh, DJ.
The whole girls, they're shopping.
I saw me and you can on bono.
What you could
Me bacho I mean oh teases me say ati.
Titanic, cash I need be, carry.
Ohima GH, I say I thought it was body beat.
Me ko Kumasi san no mo frame na me mpe kra. Obenden.
Brother is steady. Okay.
Kumasi no.
Be steady. I thought it was body beat. Brian, ye nyina nipa be brains ana ni adwen. Ne guys was body beat.
Guru anka ne ye.
But say was na wo ka ho. Abrofo no dozo. Unga say ball beat. Okay, so Zazie Brown Porsche, I say I'm crashing on him.
Hey. Crash it.
How are you?
Oh yeah, I am.
That's why late.
No Wexoma and a bad.
Nana Isifu say I love this conversation, the clarity in thought and reasoning.
I just want to slur like
Samira Ache Ajiti was a great education there.
To finish out,
play. Bernard Bafu was say Ola, the problem with us is simply we should be having worldwide nightlife tours every year in Europe, America, and the rest. High Life Carnival. The Nigerians do it every year. Afrobeat Carnival all over UK.
I think it happens in Ghana here, but it's only the multimedia and despite people that do the Adom FM, what do you call it? Easter raves and all that. And we exhibit our music there. I think we need more of that here.
Ajete so I say he's the most humble and dope rapper I've known. Period. I'm watching live from Hamburg, Germany. Yes, so you're humble.
Yeah, I'm humble. I am.
It's no more. Humble is fans. I was
say I'm praying.
No correct. We are body beats. Bawate. Bana mami we say yankoye the day I wo kan bi. Yankoye festival DB everywhere. Akwaba. Watch it with the yenyen kakra bi na mentwa ye board and common so na body ehome kakra. Everywhere boko there.
Nyame adumo na so.
Adumo mami. Na wo si yenko he?
Yenko camp out.
Yenko camp out.
Ane.
Ewo he?
Yenko wo a coded location but metete ho kakra bi a kire amako.
Baby a yenko no wo be si ebehu.
Da bi na camp out nso de. Onye part of it dia obede hu baby a yenko.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's coded.
Coded but metimi atete ho kakra. Tete ho kakra ne nhwe. Yenko wo ebri. Won say ebri kwan bi wo ho a ekọ nsawam. Ebri nsawam stretch.
Eho baby. You what decoding no?
Decoding light one at Chirama.
Now that when you go camp out.
You nyame adoma e be on the 23rd to 25th April. Yeah, few
yeah, next week more assembly. Na you want me to beat me a baby if
oh, obi abe so far as you are more than 18. Yes,
no, like what do you fear, bro? A do watching. Wait me about.
If a do watching, I'll wait me about.
Won't teach you to make sure.
Mete pa me asantini.
And I know they full for one way.
Me share that.
One share that. Which I remember that. So it's yeah. What the 18 corner now wait me about.
Me patch why.
Unkwa now about.
Oh, like your packages. Your single. So and camp out, you know. Yeah. Village setting, men can be will sleep in tent. It's not like say yako hotel be or na akwa put them. Dada yes system kakra.
You better that tent him.
You better that tent him.
It will be a baby and a tent already.
Yeah, booking now tent.
Single room tent.
With sleeping bags. With pillow bibia. Ediane throughout. And then ediane. Your activities will be hiking, aerobics, cycling.
Protection so can home.
Protection can home.
Only the me patchy.
Oh, na say there. And na COVID. You go observing na. Some so much line.
No one chill live ya. The can crank our betty.
You be observing COVID protocols no na. A single so person won kwa over. 450 cedis.
Okay.
Covers transportation, Ediane will tent BBA throughout. Okay. All you need to do is pick up your luggage. And I say, been so amoye, a double, a person and a downfall. I say, a person and a girl, a person and a year. And now, whoever you want to share a tent with. And here 799. Some way a group will soon person will join here. Over friend number way. 0249 38 2845. 0249
camp out
38
Camp out.
28
Camp out.
45.
Camp out.
So more group na mo pese mo bounce mo betimi afre me.
It's all number na dey to abonten san. Wow.
Yeah, working number.
It's Ben I say Adena may yes, I say Adena or say he gets turned on when he sees big lips. And I'm more about what big lips have it and I know you big. The battle for number 2 be near yen to us. What's the number near saying?
Number near 0249
0249
38 28 45
Camp out. Your person who be out for if we are
na me pacho meet me activities back pebi from Friday. Your barbecue, your bonfire, your wine and grind, a whole lot of activity. In fact, your camp rush in Ibe. Camp rush. Is
it similar to date rush?
I know the old bar now be home. The hands of a feminine what I know, I don't know.
Yes, boss.
Momo me.
Yes. I will come. So you know that.
I know.
Thank you so much for coming through. Next time, come early.
And one more festival. Because I'm a partner and one more festival.
And one more festival for no. Nice one.
Partner. So person chill, feel have fun. Let's need too much to Accra.
When papa ya change.
No, dear.
Your friend about J beat.
Na be guilty o body no ta ni me ka no
e mo kan se body
e na body e bi ta na dia
e bu asori ko
la pastor you
yeah body beat yeah body now say no there's this new guy y'all talk I think this man BT is even celebrating or something. Yes. Have you been following him? Like who follow boy no?
Oh, I don't really follow. I'm not really interactive on social media, but Michelle.
So, like, who follows stories around him?
Oh yeah. He's good, and you know, your man came from UK down to do a song with him. Stormzy.
Yeah.
And that's a great grace on him, you know. Yeah, I think he's a good artist.
But yeah, talk. Is he better than Sarkodie?
Hey.
No, a simple question.
You know, what I believe in is. You put a timeline for everyone. Your die will be and that will be a bill. With Sarkodie right now, I can say that he's successful. And to be successful, it takes years. Like over 10 years, he has been successful.
Yeah.
So if you go back to Sarkodie time on boga, and compare to Yao Talk's first song.
Sorry.
Yes. His first song is an impact than boga.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's better than Sarkodie.
Okay.
Because at Sarkodie's time, the usage of social media, the ratio, when you calculate, he will struggle more to get to the top. So now with social media, anybody can just blow up. That doesn't mean I don't respect that Yao Talk guy. He's a talk of town now. But Sarkodie's legendary, putting all things aside, he has really had a team that has really been through the disadvantages of not having social media back in the days and still being a king to himself and to his people and his fan base till now. So Yao Talk is now a very big person with a new system that was not available for Sarkodie. So if you are trying to compare the two of them, it's like Sarkodie he has his songs and his history of music already. What is the history of Yao Talk? It's today. So I even made a tweet, I think last week about let's pray his music becomes successful or success music. So that means that he has a lot to do more, but that is a good step for him, like having over 1 million views over a few days on YouTube. Million. That's beautiful. Oh, yeah. You understand? That's a power and the significance of the new system. But if he doesn't want to jeopardize his career, he has to come out with songs that are much more bigger than that song. Sorry. You understand? So,
but Boje, you are a rapper.
That is his music.
We a rapper.
Yes, me.
But your voice, maybe it's a question. As a voice, I've heard it on radio. With your voice on my headset, I'm hearing Joy FM. And now is it Joy?
Yeah.
I said, why you drink a mom, right?
Joy FM and Happy FM. I think that's the biggest radio station I mean the first radio station I'm here, and I'm here OK FM.
I'm hearing second. Okay.
I'm here OK FM 101.7. And I'm here Joy 99.7 FM with all your music, and that's been like 15 years now.
Whoa! Yeah, and then it's still been played. Okay,
yes. And I work with the Vodafone X and Vodafone. Power to you on the Vodafone X. and concerts and all that. I've done a lot of commercials for people, but
Hitmaker.
MTN Hitmaker. My artist won 100,000 for the MTN Hitmaker, and I've been on MTN Hitmaker like 3 or 4 times category. And also my name I've worked for Samsung. I've worked for Electroland.
As
Takai.
voice in right?
Yes, just the voice. And I have a team of people that work. You know, we have the farmhouse that works on the videos with the poly.
Farmhouse.
I work with Polytank.
Ivan.
Yeah, Kwashi Aidan. I worked with Gasim, the cement. That's one of the biggest cements in Ghana. And I've worked with the YOLO TV series. Sounds now you know, that's what I've been talking about everywhere I go. And we are done with the YOLO. We now have the Strike TV series that you can also download. And then so my yes sounds will be. So it's not just music. It's everything about sound. I just love anything about sound. And I'm also working on some.
Will you be my ex-president mama?
Yeah. How do you know? And let me try to say make this guy see my voice because I'm used to look at that. This guy see and so you I did one after he won the election. There was a celebration on the Oxford Street. So I was the one that I was chosen to do a voiceover for that.
Oh, okay.
And because celebration they be Saturday be so inti oko kasa then I so come on. What celebration? You understand? So I had to really disguise my voice. And I'm also working on some Chinese movie trailers. Yes, I work on movie trailers like all these big boys you hear and the sound. They say Megatron, Transformers, and all those things. Some of the voices be behind.
Wow.
But I don't mean Transformer itself. Like that is my
the other side. The other side of you and the name. Now Chinese trailer they didn't have a catching one sign.
Oh, they send more brofo, more like you have to narrate the whole thing in just like a blurb. It's like a blurb behind a book that you put in front of a movie, in just some few seconds, and that's what we call a movie trailer. Yeah, talking.
Is Sakude the fastest rapper in Ghana?
Hey, now question see there.
But yeah, is Sakude the fastest rapper?
If you try to be faster than Sakude, you're going to go offbeat.
If you try to be faster than Sakude, you go offbeat.
Because we have something called bars in rap.
Okay.
So with Sakude, the reason why I'll call him the fastest rapper, the fastest ever, because when I pick Twista is one of the fastest rappers in terms of difficult words. Twista and the entire friend the biggest rapper and the fastest rapper is that offer words are all kind of fast you understand? Because they are not. You have something called jaw-breaking words.
Okay.
And that makes a lot of people rap. And yes, I So Sakude, I could say Sakude is the fastest rapper because in a 4-bar, let's say in a second, there are Sakude between my account or mono. Let's say medeba. Another person can say the same in that. Fun to say 1 second. Another person can say medeba, but Sakude has a punch and there's something called attack. It's dynamics with voices, and he has a release. When he says it, the time he releases it, it's a microsecond. So that makes him the fastest. So it's not about how many words you can say in a second. It's the attack of the words. Because I can say medeba. Do you hear me saying it? Medeba.
Yeah.
But Sakude can say medeba, medeba, medeba. You see, it's all happening the same time, but he says in a way that it punches you and leaves you. And that's the attack. I think LJ too has that kind of. It's a hip hop artist that have that kind of twist. But we started a twist, me and J Soul. We are the fastest rappers. But but it's all about homework. Out here. So it's all about practice. And I think Sakude has mastered that craft. And I think he's the fastest.
So in Ghana now, Sakude is the
fastest. No. I said if you go faster than Sakude, you're going to go offbeat because pimp the speed of time. You understand? So the only thing you can do is that what the other words, you know, that's how twist is. Twist is all about words in a particular second. And Sakude can do that. Until now go faster than that, but you go off. That is off.
But I did about concern most musicians and I buy why and we need government support and government is not helping and government how should government help you guys?
I'm not making
how should government?
Okay, in Nigeria, government is not helping anything. The artists are on their own. They are private. In Ghana, artists are on their own. They are private. In America, artists are on their own. They are private. the government doesn't support any artists anywhere. Now, this is where the problem is. The government has to implement a system. We don't have it here.
Okay.
I think that's the problem. We don't have, if you want to do a contractor or a choir, and as a somebody who wants to do gold mining, the government doesn't have to come and help you. That's how music is a private job. The government doesn't have to come and help me to promote my music. I have to promote it because So the government has to make sure that they have good roads for you to do your communication and your mining. So that's a system. The system of the road and transportation is very good. Now, our system is royalties. We don't have a system of royalties. If you play my music here and I get like $100 for a month, yeah. I can pay my DJs. So it's a circle. The more you make the musician rich, musicians are like kings. They're like back in the days, a musician coming on. That's why musicians in a stage where you have a lot of people watching the musician. That's a representative of a king.
Okay.
So like David himself. So if you set a system for the musician to make more money, everybody in the media house will become so rich. But if it becomes privatized, his leverage comes down. Then now you, the presenter, will take money from me. Say, and you keep on getting rich. But there's going to be a moment that social media will take over. I don't listen to NEAT FM. I don't listen to Peace FM. I don't listen to radio. I listen to Peace FM online.
Okay.
Because that's a new world. So from the back in the days, as radio was there, we should have set a system for the social media. I mean, like for royalties for artists to get that circular of money coming in, money coming out. But it was all about garbage going in and garbage coming out because me too. Now me to go to another station now. Now
we are over relying on government.
Yes. No. So the government have to do something, but not to help the artists to enforce systems. The legislature, to enforce law, to enforce stuff like if you play your music on NEAT FM, the artist should get the money. But don't drain as NEAT FM that the artist is getting the money and going. They need budget. Because the money is now in a circular way.
Okay.
But if the money is going to YouTube, that way, friend, for you, YouTube is helping me now. That is why the social media has taken over because they realize that systems are not implemented in Africa. Mostly YouTube is for Africa, but people don't know. It's because we don't know what we are doing. The white people are already enjoying. They are still enjoying on YouTube. But YouTube, go and check the views. Mostly Africans are being imprisoned by YouTube. At the same time, they are enjoying from it because we don't have systems and media houses that we really support. And that media house and systems should be implemented. I mean, like laws should be implemented by the government that and it's not just Ghana. In Nigeria, there's nothing like I've been in Nigeria to research on that. There's nothing like government support or royalties there. It doesn't work over there.
Okay. Obviously, me miss as a question we answer. I'll say rapper, medical. How do you see him?
Medical.
Medical,
no, he's just there to make his money. On only time for if last time I spoke to him, he's just been quiet. We were talking about the Rockabella brands, like we're trying to bring some stuff in. When I mean who said he's all about what he feels.
Is he a good rapper?
He's a poet. But people don't realize it. Just that, he does in a jovial way. It is education.
Okay, putting you on the spot. Medical, yes. Strongman, who will you choose?
Hey, I'll choose medical.
Thank you.
But wait, man, Strongman too. He can't hate on me. The man cannot hate on me. I will not choose Strongman because if I get Strongman in my studio, what will come out will be more commercial.
Okay.
He has commercial songs, but I think he needs a little bit direction. And I think Medical has people around him that he would have recorded a song like Strongman, but because of Confirm One in Chinese, it comes out and everybody likes it. But Strongman, I don't know. I don't think he has a big team. I don't think he has a very big team now. And now he's not with Success anymore. Yeah. But he's a very good artist. But if I get a chance to bring him out, he's going to come out with something beautiful.
But yeah, Obiso up your contact. Do you have a contact to put out?
Oh, yeah. 0544
0544
00
00
5041.
5041.
Yeah, that's 0544 0050 41. And I then say I don't just produce beats. Nowadays, like 80% of my works, is from different studios. So if you have a song or something that you want to master, you just hit us up and that's it.
You said you were the fastest rapper.
Oh, I didn't say I'm the fastest rapper.
Some time ago.
Everything is practice. Obicho or Twitter say, Boje, so and so rapper, they punchline past you. Because he has time for punching bags. I don't have time for punch
bags.
Oh, I've been punching the souls. I've been punching my pen on paper to write checks.
Boje, this is for you.
See?
Oh. This is for you. Let's go. This is how we end it.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time OJ grabbed the microphone, motherfucker wanna show me how to twist the full fractionate. I got my man J Soul K for 5 or 6, so what? That hoe, how many of y'all wanna ride or die? These young guys can never stop me rap, I'll crush your head. Try to end the fair, chip with the old block, I don't wanna keep it raw. I put this in the blast and the breaking and shaking to try to get a new hood in the groove in the black. You give me a twist and beat, need FM. We see them, we split them. Writing chicks and writing pens, pen and parry writing. I don't care what it's sake now. Yeah, y'all better see me like a man. Rap it and flow like another man. What you gonna wanna come around and hit a glass? Just picture that. Y'all better run with a gun, cause you don't know where I come from. Never hang on when I come for some music. It's over, boy, you gonna lose it.
Way up, boy, J Beats. Thank you so much for coming through. This is one of the great interviews I've had in a while. Thank you so much. I was at me events here, Nita FM. I wish we could do this more. And thanks so much. It was short.
Okay, I appreciate that.
You came through.
That's a plan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was up for Nisi Brass song. I know you enjoyed it like I did. Say, Yakramo.
Ghana, advanced Ghana savings.